Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning back in. Glad you can make it. Stay away from college girls. I get it. A lot of them are very beautiful. They're very attractive women. They're thin, they've got beautiful eyes, their hair is on point, they take care of themselves. I get it. But you can find these women everywhere. College women is going to be an overall net negative for you. And I'm going to break this down in today's video. We all know the culture in college. It's a huge party culture. I used to pull security for the frat parties. And so I've seen a lot of it myself. Them girls have done some crazy stuff. I've heard stories of them exposing themselves on the top of frat houses. I've seen them line up and pull trowel, like 15, 20 of them line up and pull trowel and show the whole world their cheeks. I've seen women get absolutely plastered drunk and they just pass out at the frats. And this was quite a lot of them. I've seen a lot of them get attitudes. I've seen a lot of them fight. I've seen a lot of them drink and drink and drink and drink and drink. And this is just the culture that we find ourselves in, just in general. But most college girls take part in this. You know, they're not just hanging out at the sororities. No, they're going to the frat parties. We all know that that doesn't lead to good places, especially for relationships. You have women that are constantly going to parties and drinking. A lot of them get so drunk because they're so dead inside. They're so empty. I go to a class with a girl who talks about one of her roommates, I guess, or someone that lived in her sorority, and she would hook up with any guy that she could bang. And then she would drink until she couldn't feel anymore. That's a huge problem. Obviously, it's a huge problem. A lot of these college girls aren't going to have a problem to that extent, but they're still going to have somewhat of an issue because they're going out every single weekend, partying it up and putting themselves in somewhat the same situation, which should already show you that they can't manage their emotions. They can't manage stress. They can't find coping mechanisms. They can't have the cognitive dissonance to hold themselves accountable for themselves, to find healthy ways to deal with stress, to deal with life. So, what are you going to do when there's a conflict between you two? She's going to go get drunk at a party and she's going to bang a guy. And then guess what? Relationship's over. Well, I mean, the relationship was already over. Now it's officially over because she decided to go and bang another guy. And this leads into my next point. College women have absolutely no respect for themselves. None at all. Last fall semester, I saw countless women wearing short skirts. And a lot of them get their skirts caught up into their backpack and their ass is showing. Their ass cheeks are literally hanging out. It's disgusting. And then even in the wintertime, you still have all these college girls that are wearing leggings, tight leggings. They're an embarrassment. If you get with a woman like that, all she's going to do is embarrass you. Not only does she have respect for you, but she doesn't even have respect for herself. So why would you put yourself in that situation? The only thing that's going to bring you is a headache. People are going to judge you. People are going to judge her. But they're going to judge you more because you're the man. You're supposed to be the head of the relationship. And if you can't even control your woman, how do you think people are going to look at you? So we all know that when you go to college, you amass a shit ton of debt. And when you get with a woman who's in college, not only do you have your debt, but you have hers as well, because when you guys come together, her debt is now your responsibility too. It's what a lot of guys don't understand. We hear stories all the time of even guys who are in relationships with women who weren't in college to begin with, but went to college during the relationship, get used, they get treated poorly, and the relationship ultimately ends in such a negative way. Why would you put yourself in that situation? So if she's planning to do any kind of college, or if she's already in college, she's not the smart one that has chose family over career. The smart ones understand that college is ultimately a waste of time, and they would much rather fall into their womanly duties, which puts them in their feminine nature, find an economically viable man, and ultimately become that stay-at-home wife and mother. Those are what the smart ones do. I get it. Unfortunately, for a lot of women these days, that's not possible. It's not feasible. And you guys can thank the elites of our society for that one. But I've already covered that information in a couple of videos already. Make sure you guys go and check those videos out. There's a lot of information in there, so it's only to your benefit. So you are better off to just cut off the relationship at that point. So the only reason that a woman is looking to do college while already in a relationship with you is so that she can get to a point to where she can financially support herself. The plan ultimately is to leave you. That's the plan. That's why we see so many stories of men ultimately getting fucked over in relationships because they paid for a woman to go to college. Because when they start doing better than you in society and they earn a higher status, they're going to see you as beneath them and they're going to leave. Women always look for men who are better than them, always. And the pool for that has been shrinking for a long time now. So when you have all these women that are educated, indoctrinated with this brain rot of today, they're going to look at you as beneath them. And women biologically find that disgusting. It is what it is. So college women are going to be a net negative for you. They're too busy partying, not learning how to deal with stress, not learning how to deal with their emotions, not learning how to cope in healthy ways. They have no respect for themselves. So they're not going to have any respect for you. And lastly, college women are coming to you with national treasury level debt. Why would you want to take on a mountain of debt when you already have a mountain of debt? That's 2 mountains of debt. That sucks. So ultimately, why would you want to put yourself in this kind of situation? Sure, they're beautiful, but you can find that somewhere else. You can find that with a woman that doesn't have any of that debt. She's sweet, she's kind, she's peaceful, she cooks, she cleans. That's great. But again, you can find that with someone who doesn't have a mountain of debt. You're doing yourself a disservice by pursuing these kinds of women. They don't know what they want in life, and they're not really doing anything to look for it. They're just going through the motions because that's what they've been told. And they're just going to follow trends. If people were out there drinking and partying up, so are they. If every other woman is dressing up and getting attention, then they're going to do the same. They're going to embarrass themselves and make fools of themselves, all while racking up debt. And then they expect you to take on that responsibility for them? Are you going to expect her to pay off her college debt? No. You're the head of the house. That's the way that she sees it. So don't do it, boys. If you got to get your rocks off, I understand it. And if she's cool enough, sure, why not? And even then, I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't mess with these college girls because you're putting yourself in a bad situation at that point. They're already being indoctrinated. They already have this view of men because of society and especially because of the education system. So I wouldn't even do it. Do yourselves a service and put yourself first. Okay, think of yourself first. Even in a relationship, put yourself first. If you guys happen to have any thoughts, make sure you leave them down below. I read them, I respond to them. I want to know what your guys' experiences are. If this video helped you out, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Support the channel, guys. This channel is growing rapidly. It's growing very quickly. And I really appreciate all the hard work you guys are putting in. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. That being said, boys, make sure you take care of yourselves, both mind and body. Take care of each other too. If someone's having a rough day in the comments, lift them up, okay? That's the whole point of this channel, is to come together and figure it out. So be sure to provide them with the right information and lift them up. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Talk to you soon.